So my topic is light and ultralight cigarettes, and they were created and marketed in healthier alternatives, saying that they were more filtered, less chemicals, less carcinogens, and generally lower health risk than regular cigarettes. Additionally, those who smoke light cigarettes, especially young adult smokers, it was viewed as it was easier for them to quit smoking compared to those who smoke regular cigarettes. Sales of light and ultralight cigarettes have dominated the top tobacco market since the 1950s in countries such as the United Kingdom and the United States. What these health-concerned smokers may not know, as many studies have shown, that light and ultralight cigarettes can be equally or more harmful than regular cigarettes. Research question here, okay, is, I don't think it's here, but what the impact of false advertising and misperceptions of light and ultralight cigarettes on health and of the general public. So my rationale is having a history of heavy smokers on both sides of my family. It greatly concerns myself. Looking back at my family health history, I have numerous cases of relatives who has developed diseases that has been followed by a history of smoking cigarettes. Additionally, studies have shown that habitual smoking and genetic effects are more associated with males than females. Since tobacco companies are still having a huge impact on society's health, and the majority of smokers purchase either light or ultralight cigarettes, further and continued research will help others eliminate or reevaluate such an unhealthy habit from their lifestyles. And so my first article here is from Elton Marshall, 2010 and all, and designed a study called Beliefs About the Relative Harm of Tar and Light or Low Tar Cigarettes, which look at how many smokers in Western countries perceive light or low tar cigarettes as less harmful and less addictive than regular or full flavored cigarettes. They sent out a full survey filled with health and personal questions about smoking throughout 6 cities in China. Each participant were asked questions such as, are lighter cigarettes less or more harmful than regular cigarettes? Whether they consider themselves addicted to cigarettes? Have they attempted to quit smoking? And if so, how successful were they? And so forth. And findings was the majority thought light and ultralight cigarettes was less harmful. 93% said that they were daily smokers. Half of them said that they were not fully aware of the health concerns behind smoking. And 75% said that they were not sure that they had any intentions of quitting, nor the power to do it. So my second article here, by Schiffman et al., 2001, had an earlier study about smokers' beliefs about light and ultralight cigarettes, LULs, which focused on the beliefs about nicotine and delivery characteristics and health benefits of light and ultralight cigarettes among smokers. Due to the increase of sales and market of light and ultralight cigarettes since the 1950s, the study took a particular interest in false messages labeled on these health alternatives. The study used a telephone survey on 2,100 U.S. adult daily smokers, age 18 and over, using a 5-point scale of true or not true. The respondents were asked, LULs were healthier, safer, and less likely to cause cancer. LULs deliver less tar or nicotine than regulars. LULs feel smoother on the throat and chest. LULs make it easier to quit. They have tried quitting. And LULs have less tar than regulars. General findings include that the older the group was, the less likely the smoker they were, meaning that they were less nicotine dependent, and all the groups of smokers were equally likely to have previously tried to quit smoking at least one time. Ultralights were consistently regarded as safer than lights, and both were generally considered healthier choice than regular cigarettes. It was consistently regarded that LUL smokers perceived themselves to have lesser health risk than regular smokers. However, both participants thought that smoking of any of the 3 cigarettes were at greater risk of health problems than non-smokers. 21% of participants believe that smoking ultralights are closer to that of smoking in regards to the amount of tar in LULs compared to regulars. And on average, half of all smokers reported a 2-for-1 ratio. Some even reported a 3-for-1 ratio. Finally, the interest in quitting survey revealed modest results, showing that an average smoker showed some interest in quitting, but reported being unlikely to quit within a reported period of time, which is 1 year. Okay, and next article here is Kozlowski in 1999, and the smoker's reaction to radio messages that light cigarettes are dangerous and regular cigarettes. So this issues the amount of tar and negative effects of light cigarettes to the public. It examines smokers' reactions to the electronic controlled message sent by telephone in regards to scientifically correct information about the risk of smoking light cigarettes. In their experiment, 293 smokers were randomly assigned to listen to or not listen to the pervasive simulated radio message on risk of light cigarettes. Of those who heard the message, reported that one cigarette could give the smoker the same amount of tar as one regular cigarette, and that light cigarettes were more dangerous. 55% that the message said made them think more about quitting, and 46% said that the message increased their desire to quit. And 42% said that after hearing the message, they thought light cigarettes were more dangerous. More importantly, this scientific approach to conduct a survey and break public perception effectively changed a portion, about 71% of the participants, towards the marketing of light cigarettes and tar. Since cigarettes industry appears to be using low tar in products to reassure the health-conscious customers to continue smoking, many people found that this survey was big news to them and that they were open to positive change in their health habits and behaviors. So the next article here in Wilson and all, 2009 study called Misperceptions of Light Cigarettes Abound National Survey Data, uses the scientific evidence from the updated Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, the FCTC data bank, which addresses the public from Article 11, and that the label and messages from tobacco products are still misleading them. The study borrowed from a New Zealand health survey from 2006 and 2007, with a total of 12,000 responses from randomized adult smokers of Maori, Pacific, and the Asian populations. Upon certain requirements and selective processing, the participants were surveyed by a computer-assisted telephone survey. 12% said that they had quit, 13% said that they usually smoke a brand of light cigarettes, 32% said that they were current smokers who usually smoke regular brand cigarettes, and the majority of light smokers were also found to be either women or older adults. LUL smokers were more likely to be planning to quit and more confident to be able to quit than regular smokers. Both regulars and light smokers had an almost equal agreement that smoking is no more risky than what other things people do. Therefore, light smokers are significantly lower levels of self-exempting beliefs. There are no significant differences between them and regular smokers in terms of awareness and smoking harm. The belief affected their health and quality of life. Overall, the attitude and regulation of smoking was also affected. The study suggests that the light smokers had the beliefs of either lights made it easier to quit, was less harmful, or had less tar intake. Most light smokers had at least one of these three beliefs, about 61%, which was significantly higher than the amount of regular smokers. So in conclusion here, we have 4 review studies have shown that the similar corresponding issues regarding LULs, regular cigarettes, and the general health concerns. All 4 show that the public believe in healthier alternatives to regular cigarettes, that LULs make it easier to quit, and that LULs have less tar. However, in all cases, these have shown that the beliefs are far from being from the truth. The studies have proven that and agreed upon that LULs can have equal amount of tar. LULs do not make it easier to quit, and the majority of LUL smokers smoked more cigarettes than those who smoked regulars to compensate their craving for nicotine hence increasing the amount of tar delivery and making it more unhealthy than before. So the answer to the research questions is not up here, sorry, but public knowledge about LULs and other forms of healthier alternatives to smoking have been highly misled by tobacco companies. All four confirm that LUL smokers were misinformed and misled by tobacco products they use and were either equal to or greater at risk of lung cancer, other cancers, cardiovascular disease, emphysema, heart attacks, increased aging, and especially high death rates. So my limitations here, one is that that there's still a lot of inconclusive data about light cigarettes versus regular cigarettes concerning long-term effects. Although studies have generally shown that light cigarettes can be equally dangerous as regular cigarettes, there is still inconclusive data in long-term studies to show that similar health effects were in the participants. Most of the longer-term meta-analysis on earlier studies from 1950s to 2000 have failed to show definite results about the major differences on one's health when it comes to light cigarettes and regular cigarettes. Furthermore, modern studies have not given participants enough time to reevaluate for any health and behavioral modifications. Another limitation is that smokers based on lights still seem to be much censored from the health concerns, and misunderstandings are still large. As many studies point to one direction, that LUL advertising has been misleading, there still seems to be no to little studies that really contradict these studies. Suggestions for further research: I would suggest continuing to do follow-ups, pre-existing studies, in order to for more accurate long-term results of smoking LULs, regular cigarettes. This would help the public in getting more conclusive data and long-term effects, and also getting the government more involved with public